round and round it goes. The hype always grows. But I mean, what's a little hype without a little bit of hurt, right? You ready to get hurt again? What's up, guys? It's HMK once again, and we're about to hit up September. I mean, this video is going to be recorded and uploaded the last day of August, and September is happening anyways. With the beginning of September is the speculation, the predictions, the hope, the hype that is a possibility for a Nintendo Direct that's going to be happening sometime soon, sometime in the first week, second week of September, early September, right? And there's a lot of things already happening in terms of gaming news. We got TGS, we got D23, which is doing this own thing. We have the possibility of a PlayStation Showcase, PlayStation 5 Showcase. They've done it for 2 years in a row in September, so hopefully we'll get another one soon. And then, of course, Nintendo Direct. Now, the hype is really bubbling at this point when it comes to the idea that we're getting a Nintendo Direct and that it's going to have a major, and I mean major, Zelda Blowout. And of course, you would think when Zelda, you would think, Breath of the Wild 2. Are we finally going to get a name? Maybe, just maybe. But the big word on the street is that we'll finally get the confirmation of The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD and The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD. If it's going to be packaged or not, we don't know. At the very most, I hope it's going to be running at 60 frames per second. Now, all of this news, all of this speculation, all of this hope comes from, once again, insiders having a podcast, specifically Jeff Grubb, when speaking to GamesBeat managing editor Mike Minotti. So rather than a rumor or any type of insider information, it's more speculation in that type of sense. They're talking about things if that we're going to get a big general direct rather than a Nintendo Direct mini, we're going to have a big Zelda Blowout, Wind Waker HD, Twilight Princess HD, which they're very, very confident about, and finally the name to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, which apparently is still slated for spring. But I mean, if we're gonna get Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD this late in the year, there's a possibility, which I believe it might get pushed to summer, but we're gonna have to wait and see. Other things are being thrown out, like Metroid Prime Trilogy Remaster or Metroid Prime 1 Remaster specifically, which I'll be totally down for, but I feel a Nintendo Direct around this time would make a lot of sense, considering that there's a lot of things to still talk about from Nintendo's like end of the year repertoire. Splatoon 3, a final push to that because the game comes out on the 9th. If a Direct happens before release, but after release, they could talk about, things that they plan to do after the game comes out, or the fact that the game came out already. And of course, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 DLC, which my reaction to the ending is coming out very soon. I need more information on the next waves of DLC, and I can't wait for Wave 2. It's gonna be good. Of course, Bayonetta 3, and maybe they'll talk about Pokemon, because Pokemon seems very comfortable doing their own thing, talking about their own stuff and whatnot. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet doing their own thing on social media. They already got their own, strategy down packed. But when it comes to the actual rumor and insider information, Grubb states that he's heard from a very reliable source, an extremely reliable source, that apparently this Direct is going to be happening the week of the 12th. And that, once again, their confidence in Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD is like the one thing they feel is just like, it's gonna happen. Everything outside of that, aside from possibly Breath of the Wild 2's actual name, is more speculation than the idea that the Nintendo Direct is happening on the 12th, and that's gonna feature Twilight Princess and Wind Waker HD, which I'll be so down for as long as the price is right, and if it comes on one cartridge or whatever, like, there's one on a cartridge and you download on a pamphlet or whatever, what have you, and then finally, my Wii U can be put to rest, if you know what I mean. So all in all, the way things are going to go down is that they're going to have a good section of Breath of the Wild 2's information, a little bit more gameplay, a little bit more identity, and the game's actual, a more concise release window other than spring, being a month. It doesn't have to be a month and day, it could be a month, and then Nintendo's in the meantime, please take a look at this, and then, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess HD, and I actually made up a mock-up trailer for the Fidel Direct number 3. If you guys want to check it out, here it is.
Time after time, a hero emerges. The legend will never die. After saving the skies, hold fast to your courage and save the waters and lands of Hyrule. Experience The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker HD, and The Legend of Zelda, Twilight Princess HD like you've never had before on Nintendo Switch. Because it's never coming out. Wait, what? 15,000 rupees! You said Nintendo port these games, I bet 15,000 rupees! Do you know the last time I was in a Zelda game? Do you have any idea what that's gonna do to my credit? Why?
Like, please, Nintendo, come on, please, please. Alright? So, honestly, all things considered and Nintendo's track record, you know, that's a lot what we have to go off of. When it comes to September, I'm pretty confident that, you know, something's gonna go down. Is it going to be a general direct? Is it going to be a direct mini? Is it going to be a partner direct? You know, all those still up in the air. We can't really get a concise, like, look at Nintendo's own, like, you know, idea of what they're going to do. Because remember the last time we had a direct, which was a pretty good direct. It was a really good direct. A lot of people thought it was going to be a general direct, but it was a partner direct that happened, you know, around the time of E3. But the direct was really, really good. But a lot of people are like, come on, where's the actual general direct? You know, talk about Nintendo things and the next Mario, the next Metroid, and Metroid Prime 4, man, just But Breath of the Wild 2, Twilight Princess HD, Wind Waker HD, I am so down for. And Amiibo support. I'm looking at you, Nintendo. So let me know what you guys think about the possibility of Nintendo having a Wild Direct with a Zelda Blowout when it comes to Breath of the Wild 2, Wind Waker HD, Twilight Princess HD. Do you believe? Let me know in the comment section below, and be sure to like, share, most probably subscribe to HMK to keep in the know as we go into the 1st, 2nd, all of September, hoping that we're gonna get that new Nintendo Direct news. So until then, this has been HMK, and I'll check you guys later.